Hi, welcome back. Second hour of Cards and Coffee. Cheers. Dark roast coffee, hazelnut creamer, dairy free of course, and also vanilla, some vanilla extract. Just a little bit because you don't want it too much because it's going to taste like a fake pie. Who wants that? Okay. So I'm going to wait for Mail to get back in here so we can talk about that. But, okay, we're going to use our Soul of the Universe in two of the deck of minds. Okay? So like I said, with a lot of things, you have to kind of be careful. Yeah, there are symptoms to your spiritual awakening. Nobody talks about them. So why not? Why don't I talk about them? But yeah, your spiritual awakening, you're going to have like things that are irregular to you. Heightened sensibilities, which is the clairaudient, clairsentience, clairvoyant, type of stuff started happening. And it's happening to a lot of people. A lot of people are getting in contact with their spirit guides. Just different stuff. It's a lot of different stuff. Especially, like I said, normally when you meet your soulmate or twin flame and you're starting that journey, 9 times out of 10, you're going to start your spiritual journey as well. It just depends. Some may start it before. Like, I started mine way before. And I just was kind of slowly, and I do mean slowly, working on myself. It took a minute. So I wasn't always like this. I look at my altar, especially lately. It started with this little small table that I'm filming on. And now I have this huge altar. And the stuff that I'm learning and the stuff I read, like I put in work. I research. I know how to heal. You know what I'm saying? Just different stuff. Just different stuff. And it like I said, literally getting to know yourself. Like, I love me. You know what I'm saying? I looked at old pictures of myself maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was so broken then. Looking at those pictures, I was broken. You can literally smile, have a smile on your face, and be broken as I don't know what. Like, I looked at those pictures of me, and I love me. I love how I'm changing literally every day, every week, every month, every year from now on. Like, there's no going back to who I was. And I think a lot of people, and I thought about this morning because I was talking to God, talking to my ancestors and stuff this morning because I talked to them. People think it's weird, but they listen. They're right there. They're around me. I have guides and everything come around me. Everything, right? Everything. And that's what makes me different from a lot of different people. I never stopped believing in the Most High, like God. That's like my Father. Hello, He's the Creator. Come on now. And also just spiritually, especially, like I said, I look at the spiritual community, and it's a lot of good stuff. It's a lot of bad stuff. Like I said, they're really making a mockery of the spiritual community, especially on the internet, the YouTube streets, and it's not supposed to be like that. You know, it's not supposed to be like that. Let me take this down. I'm going to take this down now. Like I said, Everlasting Comfort, check them out over on Instagram. This is probably going to be my favorite blanket, especially for the fall. Like I said, it's like a little faux fur chinchilla, with no sleeve. And it's really nice. It's really soft. My cousin would love this. I feel like that's her thing. She loves this furry stuff. She used to carry around this blanket until she literally was grown. And I feel like she would like this. She would like one of these. She probably already has one. But we're going to introduce her to this one. But that's probably be her Christmas gift, to be honest. That and some spa stuff. Yeah. But anyway, the spiritual community, it's literally a 50-50 split, and it's going to be a 50-50 split because all this stuff, there are literally demons in the spiritual community, and I need people to kind of wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Did I cut this thing up? Let me see. Yeah, it's up. So you need to wake up. That's one reason I don't do certain readings, and I kind of back up away from you posting on YouTube and stuff like that. I post what I'm guided to post over there. Like these videos, I may put these on there today because they're very positive. I feel like somebody needs that message, especially after the battle these people are going through, especially the divine feminines. We going through some stuff. They're trying to block the unions. Of course, they're always doing that, but they're really trying to block these unions. A lot of this was a part of an agenda. A lot of this was orchestrated. Of course, everybody talks about that. When I first started my twin flame union, the research and all this other stuff, and as I was coming into my awareness and awakening, also kind of start preparing yourself for the fall. Like I said, battle season ain't over with yet. There was a portal that opened last fall between, I want to say mid-October, maybe the second, third week of October, right before Halloween. There was a portal that opened. A lot of spiritual activity. I think we're going to, based off what I'm picking up on right now and what I've been picking up on for the last couple of days. Okay, I got my first couple cards out. That portal's going to open again. And even more spirits. Like I said, I had more ancestral contact. Look at you. Okay. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. We got some good stuff coming. Wait a second. Let me move this out the way. But yeah, you kind of need to start protecting yourself. There's a portal. It ain't done yet. It ain't done yet. A lot of the spiritual warfare, of course, spiritual warfare never ends. The bulk of the battle is over with. Just the bulk of it. But like I said, individually, if you're still battling stuff, you're still battling stuff. A lot of people are getting ready to go in union between now and 2021. So you really kind of, like I said, a lot of this is orchestrated. A lot of these people you have to watch. I watched one reader. It was by accident. And I was half listening to it because I was like doing some other stuff. And I was listening, and you know how you leave YouTube. I'm gonna have to stop that. YouTube on autoplay, and it plays the next video because I don't like watching everybody's video because it's not right. It's not right. Purgatory wanted to come out. Yeah, I need to be kind of cautious. Like I said, some of these folks. Well, what I'm picking up on is like be cautious, especially if you're watching twin flame videos. If they're always bashing the masculine, and I was listening to, I don't know a young lady's name. I had never seen her or heard her. And you know how it just goes on autoplay. I'm just listening. I'm like, damn, do you hate men? What they do to you? Normally, if they're bashing the masculine like that, 9 times out of 10, they're a karmic reader. That's over the year, and I've always been right. I've always been right. And I've even been attacked by some of these readers over the last, 2 years now, from 2018, 2 years. And this young lady, I've never watched her video. Hopefully I never come across this again. But I mean, bashing the masculine. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of them are, I'm going to be honest, a lot of them bash men because they hate men. A lot of them are lesbian. And of course, I don't judge people's sexual orientations and stuff like that. I can care less. I actually like people who embrace their sexuality. And their preference or whatever you want to call it, whatever. It's 2020. We live in a completely fluid society, so I don't judge people off that. But it's just the way I've noticed. They don't like men. They bash men. And what they're doing, they're trying to make the divine feminine, even the divine masculines, hate their counterpart, their actual twin. Especially if your masculine is an actual man, and that's what they normally. Like those particular readers I noticed geared towards, they want you to hate that so you can hate love and hate yourself or hate men or hate. I've noticed that, and I'm just like, has anybody else caught on to that? And I was just listening at random. I said, I don't know what words she said. I have trigger words, and it makes me pay attention to stuff. And I kept listening. I said, maybe it's just that one piece of the read. I kept listening while I'm doing whatever, and I'm just like, she hates men. You can't do twin flame. That's unfair to your viewer, if that makes sense, because you're pushing a perspective off on your viewer. And the masculine's this, and they ain't this, and that ain't that, and that ain't that. Oh, hold your horses. Yes, some of them are messed up. But dog, I was just listening to her reading. I'm just like, hey, yeah, humanity. Have some type of compassion for humanity, man. Come on now. I want to say, hey. Don't, and it's like they're kind of pushing that type of agenda and energy off on their viewer to hate their masculine, to hate. It makes you almost want to, because hate love. And the overall agenda for the divine feminine is to get her not to be a mother, not to be a wife, and if she does get married, to make her date a karmic, almost like somebody who's not going to be equally yoked to her. But overall, to make the divine feminine give up on love, because when she gives up on love, she gives up on her motherhood. She gives up on the idea of marriage and happiness and within herself, and also because you marry yourself in divine before you marry anybody else, right? Because you become oneness. The oneness comes in. But to get a divine feminine to give up on herself, to give up on love, especially because the love from a divine feminine, honey, it's something else. It's something else now. But I've been listening to a lot of this stuff. Y'all need to check who you listening to. I take it as information. Like I said, I like to support, especially the spiritual community. And a lot of people I notice who are like really spiritually gifted and really just, they don't get a lot of views. They don't get a lot of love. They don't have a lot of subscribers. They don't have nothing. Like it's nothing. And it's like we put these other ones. It's really, people feed off your hate, like, or your, it's not hate, it's hurt energy. The divine feminines, when they go through stuff, that's why they keep you in doubt. So you have to watch the wordplay in these readings. Watch the wordplay. And I'm just like, damn, do she hate men? That's what it sounds like. I'm just like, ooh, girl, do you think I don't think you need to do twin flame right now. Do collective. The collective. And that's what people need to hear anyway. It's a collective reading anyway, but just, yeah. Ooh, child, I was just like, ooh, it was just so, I was like, whoa. Hold on, take it, and also when you do a lot of karmic readings, you do pick up that energy. So a lot of them don't know how to protect themselves. So you have to be kind of cautious of that energy. And that's every reader, whether you're seasoned or new to readings and stuff like that. This is not a game. This portion of the generation, 2020 and beyond, this is not a game. Like 2020 is it's what, a 4-year, right? 20 plus 22 plus 0. Yeah, that's 4. It's a 4-year. So it's literally like, and then when you divide the 4, it's 2. It's like a balance year. Endings, beginnings, cycles, on and so forth. So you need to be really careful with that. I'm getting our spread together. I guess I'm using my intuitive deck. You have to kind of balance it off. Also, renewals here. So just be cautious, especially if you're a divine feminine and you're looking for guidance or something like that. Try to just take it as information. Don't take everything so literal. Don't take everything so literal, especially when it comes to these readers. Half these readers do not have soulmates. Half of these readers don't have souls to mate with. Like, if that makes sense. Like, they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about the ones that's being zapped. Because that's just your energy. That's not your soul. Your soul is bound to you, literally. But anywho, because you know what's divine feminines? I thought I was the only one getting zapped. Nope. It's a lot of us, honey. It's one of them in particular. I wish she comes back to YouTube. She just got off YouTube. Just got off. And it's like a lot of the good readers are being almost kind of forced because they're going through black magic and all this type of stuff. It's kind of forcing them off YouTube and off their path. But as a divine feminine, keep going. Don't stop. Just like, yeah, God popped right up. Look at that. God popped right on up. Divine, your ancestors, your elders, they're here to help you. You have to contact them so they can intervene for you. You have to be cautious because, honey, like I said, I was listening and not listening at the same time. So I started listening because she said a word. I'm just looking like, of course, words are spells and everything like that. Be careful what they're projecting off through their words and just wordplay and stuff like that. Just be careful with that. A lot of people are being hip and they don't know. They don't know, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, prayers to God. Prayers to Gods came out, right? Ancestors. Your spiritual team of people and deities and stuff. Get in contact with them. Like I said, put in work at that altar. Put in work. Yeah, God came right back out. Look at that. God. You're going to put this right on the spot. That's the last spot, too. Okay, so we're going to start the reading. But just for my divine feminines, divine masculines, like, literally, they're trying to stop the union. Everything's an agenda. I mean, what they're doing right now, I heard some stuff about the divine masculines, which I think, like, to even just do some shit like that, that lets me know what we're dealing with as far as people and humanity. These are not real spiritual people. Point blank period. These are not real spiritual people. They're not teachers. They're not nurturers. They're not light workers. They're not nothing Literally, we were dealing with people who getting on here really profiting off the collective. Energetically, because energy is currency. Literally, people get paid off your energy. Just know that. They're manifesting stuff off your energy, XYZ, right? So you really have to be cautious. Especially if you know you getting ready to go in union, or you're close to it. It's not even the union, it's closing cycles out. You notice as you finna get to this part where you finna close the cycle out, and then boom, here goes some black magic. Boom, here go this. Boom, here go that. I'm gonna do if I do cards and coffee again later on today or tomorrow, whenever. I left the candle in there. I'm gonna show you guys the difference. I'm gonna show you guys the difference between these two candles, especially when black magic is hitting you or it's aimed at you, right? Like I said, this candle right here, it just finally went out, right? I'm gonna replace it. I never have a candle, as far as a red candle, this black, like this. And you look at the spots, and then pay attention to the shapes and stuff. The light is kind of bright, so you can't really see a whole bunch of it. You see the black spots that's in the candle? You're going to have some of these, but the way they're placed, candle reading. I've never had a red candle. Look at that. And this is a protection candle. This is one of my Archangel Michael candles. So you can anoint your candle, red candle. Like I said, it's at the bottom now. I'm going to try to burn it, let it burn all the way out. And I keep it at this altar, and I also have another candle at my other altar as well. So I keep red candles. Like I said, Archangel Michael candles. Now the other one is like this. You can get this at the grocery store. This is Saint Michael, Archangel Michael candle. I have that, right? Like I said, it's really not a game anymore. So like I said, I pray for every time I'm at my altar, I pray for the divine feminines and I pray for the divine masculine. I don't know about you. I want to make sure I go into a divine union, right? A divine union, something that's going to be worthwhile, right? There are people who do not want these unions to happen. These, especially if they're the sacred unions, they're happening. They're going to happen. Either now or later, it's going to happen. These people know that. That's why they try to throw the collective off. Also, I saw something when I first started kind of going through my, especially researching stuff on YouTube. There was a video that popped up at random, and I was just looking at my phone, whatever. I was doing something else, probably eating and doing something else, and then had my phone trying to scroll to watch, get something good to watch, right? And it's kind of like, I saw this, you do not need money to go into a union. Most people, especially the masculine or feminine, or even both, are stripped. Especially whatever it was obtained, like through three-dimensional ways and stuff like that, that's going to be stripped from you before you can go into anything divine. When you close out a cycle, you literally shed out everything. That goes for your finances, if it was not acquired properly, or anything that's like three-dimensional that does not suit you or kind of accommodate your spiritual path. Like that normally gets, naturally that gets stripped from you anyway. Like that's something like, literally, if you work at a job you didn't like anyway, guess what? In order to get you this beautiful company you're starting or whatever, guess what? You're going to leave that job, right? Okay. It's that kind of thing, right? Also, I saw something. It was like, you do not, like I said, you don't need love. And that's the biggest trick they play on the divine feminine. What they do, they cast spells on your finances and then tell you, well, you got to get your money right before you go in love. That's something you're going to work on anyway, because you got to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to eat, you got to survive, you got to pay bills, whatever. That happens naturally. So don't let the wordplay play on you. And I noticed that, and that triggered something back memory-wise. And I remember, I was like, okay, they used to play this spell on this collective when we were at the beginning of our stages. Don't pay attention to that. You're going to get your money and get your bag anyway, because you got bills to pay, you got things to see, you got a world to go see, so it takes money to do that. That comes with the divine feminine or masculine path anyway. You're going to acquire money and stuff anyway. A divine feminine literally manifests money out of nowhere. And this is how I know, and I thought about it sitting at my altar this morning. I said, and I was looking at the candle. I said, you know what, every time they put a spell on my finances, I automatically get a $20 bill just out it be out the blue. It'd be a random $20. I'd be like, you know what, every time they do that, I get a random $20. It'd be just random. It'd be random money, and it's only because the universe is starting to, it's like recognize some stuff. Like, you can't really manipulate the universe. You can tweak it, but you can't manipulate it. Like, you can't alter it in a way. That's why I said these folks still going in union. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all the sick stuff I've heard this last couple months and stuff like that, the shit is literally going one ear and out the other at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just, pay attention to it's a lot of trickery. You have to remember, not everybody has a twin. Now everybody's going to go in union with their twin. But to alter through agenda, these, you know what I'm saying? They're really messing with something. They're playing with God. Like I said, I was sitting at that altar. I was sitting in my bed. I was sitting at the altar. I literally talked to God and my ancestors all day long. At that altar, I'll sit there. If I'm sitting and I'm journaling or something like that, I talk to them. If I don't understand, I don't give a damn if I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm going to talk. It's at random. I was like, Father, I know this is an awkward position. But why this? If it pops in, I speak and I talk. They're around you all the time. I have guides around me all the time. They're there. That's the best way I can put it. And the same people who called me crazy have gone through their spiritual awakening last year. And they're kind of like, you are right. Oh my God, all this stuff is around you. XYZ, right? All of it's around us. All kind of ETs, it's just everything, man. You have to remember the Earth, world, our planets and stuff. The other realms existed before us, right? It existed. We're like literally probably the last dimension that was created with our solar system and all this stuff, right? The spirit realm has always existed. Our little dimension is just smack dead in the middle. Our Earth is like a destination from like the spirit realm, and also just the different beings and things that come from throughout the dimensions and planets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also like I said, you need to get yourself ready. I think I was speaking to this little hack device before. Portals. I've talked about this since 2018, definitely 2019, and earlier this year. Different portals. Different stuff, right? NASA, if you go back to a couple days ago, right, NASA talked about this low vibrational energy mass that they literally have to cut off their space shuttle stations to actually go by it. It's interfering with the satellite. That's probably why the astronauts went up earlier this year to fix that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to think about this stuff. We have to understand realms. Like, literally, this is a matrix, a realm. Matrix. All that, right? We're merging. We've been merging, but we're really merging now. Honestly, personally, I would like to have Babylon 5 exist on Earth with all the little species and stuff just out in the open. Walk down the street like Futurama. I love Futurama. I would love for that to happen. Like, I love it. I think that is just the neatest thing ever. And, it happens more often than we think. Like, we have, like, star seeds here. All these other different people. That's why a lot of children, I remember their past lives. They were kings and queens and different figures in history and different stuff like that. And then some of y'all grandparents are back on Earth and y'all don't even know it. Reincarnated through your children and stuff like that. Like, it's a never-ending thing. It's a lot of this stuff around. It's just now kind of getting people to click, but we still kind of like, we're waking up when we should have been woke, if that makes sense. So you have that. What else? But yeah, if you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, I know a lot of divine feminines, male or female, are starting to watch a lot more tarot and stuff like that. Just be cautious. Take it as entertainment. Take it as information. Take it as general energy. Take it as just information, like a literally entertainment information. That's it. It's a reading. If it resonates, you'll know. How I missed this whole stash? Are you serious? You'll just know. Let me put my chinchilla to the back. I promise you, I love it. This is fire. I woke up also this morning. I was listening to like Project Pack. I'm gonna say, if y'all not from Memphis, y'all not gonna understand Project Pack. But Project Pack, 3-6 Mafia, Player Fly, like the old like Master P and stuff. You have to connect with yourself spiritually. You say you wish you can clone your mother and father. Oh, speaking of clones, that's another thing. Y'all do know we have Dopplers here on Earth, right? I have a Doppler. If you go to Bow Wow's documentary he did when he was younger for his what's the CD? It was a CD he did, and it comes with this concert kind of like documentary. There's a girl in that actual video of his. A documentary looks just like him. I remember that a couple days ago. I think that was like Thursday. I said, and I remember I cut my third eye. Pay attention to your third eye. It's open. She's my Doppler. I have multiple Dopplers. I'm also in the spirit realm and also in my dream. I've seen my clone. I have a clone. Of course, there's for every dimension, world dimension or whatever, there is a clone. There is a you, and then also there's a Doppler you as well. So you have double, like literally double twins of yourself here on Earth. I've met my Doppler before, a girl that looks similar to me, but in the actual astro traveling dream world, I've seen her. She is the opposite. She is the complete opposite of me. But I have a Doppler, literally a Doppler here. There's a girl, she was on the, what was his album? That was back when Bow Wow was still kind of, it's before he hit 20, I think. It was this album, what was it? Something Homecoming Home or something like, it's like something. And he did the documentary about his tour life and stuff like that. And it's like it had something dealing with the fans. There's a girl that's talking on that video because she's a fan of Bow Wow. She looks exactly like me. I remember my cousin saying, "Look at this video. Look," because they used to love Bow Wow and Lil Romeo, nigga. The Romeo, Lil Bow Wow loving this. Was it B2K loving this month? Because I ever met in my life. I will never forget that era, the Scream Tour era. I will never forget that. That's before that's when Chris Brown first got started. That era. When he first got started, when he first started getting big and stuff like that. That's before the incident, all the type of stuff. I remember that. Also, yeah, I have a Doppler and I have a clone. We all have clones at this point, but they're called Dopplers. But your Doppler looks similar, like exactly similar to you, but just a little. It's like she's a little. It's like a little. It's like something missing. She looks just like me, but something's missing, so it's a Doppler. And like I said, like this is just, I don't know what made me remember that, but it hit me, my memory just, you know what, I have a Doppler. I remember my cousin saying, "Look at this girl." I remember that. It's like an alternate universe you. Yes. Like it's literally like the episode of South Park, Evil Cartman. Even though the real Cartman was evil and like evil Cartman was actually the good one. It's like that. And I've seen my alternate self in the dream realm. She is completely opposite. Let's just put it like that. Yeah. But you do have an actual Doppler here on Earth. That's why people look alike. Like you can have multiple Dopplers, but it's like I have one. I remember she was on there and she looks just like me. I wasn't a huge Bow Wow. I liked the Bow Wow, but I wasn't no like, "Oh my God, it's Bow Wow." Like it wasn't that. See, I was an Eminem person. I was more so into like Eminem, DMX, Ludacris, Tupac, Rakim, like all of them, Big Pun, all of that. I was more so into the rappers than the actual. And I was into NSYNC, like I was into the boy bands and stuff like that. So I was more so into them. But I did like B2K. I did like Bow Wow. I did like Romeo. Romeo didn't get enough credit though. I will say that he didn't get enough credit. They didn't wait till he got fined when he got older. Now they want to give him credit and stuff. My sister loves. She was a day one Romeo person. Romeo, Sammy, and who else she likes? She liked Chris Brown and a couple other different people, right? But yeah, we have Dopplers, we have clones. If you spiritual awaken, if you astral project, you're gonna meet yourself. Either you're gonna meet your future self through quantum astral projection or whatever, or you're gonna meet yourself in an alternate state, if that makes sense, or a past life self. And I have met myself in a past life because I've seen some of, a lot of chunks of the past life dreams. What else is there? But yeah, I just need to make that. Also with the candles, you see how clean this? Nice, good burn, even burn. TLC, Project, Pat. Yeah, all that. Eve, all the Bone Thugs. Like, I was into like that. Versus, but I like the NSYNC, if that Backstreet Boys and stuff like that. I did the pop, but I did more so hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah, a lot of R&B, a lot of old school people, stuff like that. Bone Thugs and Harmony, different stuff like that. But to get back on the spiritual topic and not worldly topic, but yeah, there's a Doppler. I've met me in the alternate, universe or whatever you want to call it. Literally, there's like literally an evil universe, if that makes sense. They're literally the opposite of us. I've met her. I've seen her. I've met her. Because that's why I was like, what the fuck? Because when when I'm having astral projection dreams, it's first person viewing. If you play video games, you know what I'm talking about. It's like first person, Call of Duty, that type of first person type of stuff versus, and you'll know when it's quantum, when you're being shown your future self or your past self, because you're looking at stuff with that, but you're feeling an experience, you're more connected to it. That's how I know the difference between dream manipulation, astral projection, and then just a regular, dream, your regular dream state or whatever. because, or when you're being shown premonitions and stuff like, it's a certain look, feel, temperature. It's all this stuff combined into one, if that makes sense. What else is there? But that's the best way I can sum it up. Just be cautious what you're watching. The frequency, like I said, I normally face the phone down. I don't even look at the screen doing tarot readings unless I trust the person's energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. And be cautious of people holding their hands up in the thumbnail and stuff like that. They're trying to get your energy. And hold objects up. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? But I do notice the little tricks that they're trying to grab collective energy right now. But the universe, like whatever people have been taking, I noticed energy-wise, it's being put back out into the universe is about to yank it, repo that junk. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm noticing lately. So personally and also just virtually as well, or astrologically, if that makes sense. The universe not to be messed with, especially this next season. Like I said, you can only give a message to people. You kind of have to warn people, but if they don't listen, they don't listen. To certain stuff. Be cautious with what you're doing, right? But to my divine feminines, divine masculines, soulmates, counterparts of the positive kind, soul tribe, y'all just have to, and a lot of people, y'all soul tribe is being blocked from y'all too. It's not just your twin. It's your actual soul tribe, people who are actually going to help elevate you. You know what I'm saying? That's what the enemy does. It knocks your help down. That's why you got to, get at that altar. If you don't have an altar, get you a white candle. Get you, you can get you something from the earth. Salt, water, get you some incense, something, candles, sage, burn, you have the elements, there with you. Cleanse yourself and all that kind of stuff. First, you got to know how to cleanse your altar, cleanse yourself, cleanse the aura, whatever, environment, whatever you want to call it. And also knowing how to kind of work with that. Those are the bases. This is basic stuff. Like I said, I don't know everything, but I know a lot. And just be open to learning as much as you can. Because we're going to need it anyway, if that makes sense. It don't, whether you're spiritual or not, religious, you're going to need some of this information. Because we're up against energies and stuff that we have never gone up against. The more the world is turning, especially 2020 and beyond, we didn't already physically, emotionally, and mentally experience some stuff, especially visually. The world changing right in front of our eyes. The world was on fire. It's still on fire, but literally the world was on fire for half of this year. Like, each month something bad happened. You know what I'm saying? Especially we got this election coming up. Child, I'm so ready for this damn thing. Look, we voting for Biden. Camilla, we're going to vote for them, alright? I can't tell you who to vote for, but we voting for Biden, alright? But I just feel like, especially with what we're up against, we need somebody that they want her to be warm. Like, I remember seeing that. What you mean warm? We need somebody to put in that work. If she gonna put in the work with Biden, and he gonna put in the work too. They have no option. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when Obama took office his first term, he had to put in work his first 4 years. The hardest work ever, because he inherited something from the previous, stuff. It rolls right on over to the next person. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't tell you who to vote for, just long as you vote, okay? But we voting for Biden, okay? They're voting for Camilla. They're voting for Biden. I know people don't like them, but look what we're up against. Look, what options we got. You know what I'm saying? I was going to vote for Biden or, can't call his name right now, because I wanted him to win last time and he didn't. Biden and Sanders, Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted him to win actually last election. Between him and Hillary. And we see how that worked out, right? Okay. That when we got to, like I said, we're going to fight, like I said, and then they're not trying to give the people the stimulus check, right? Until after the election and stuff like that. That's so unfair to the people. There are literally 9,000 people here this month of October. I said October. Well, maybe in October too. August, that are literally homeless, newly homeless. They got evicted here in Memphis, and I can only imagine what's going on in even bigger cities. This is a pretty big city down here, but it's even bigger, in New York, California, down in Florida, Texas, different states and cities and different stuff like that within those states. So, like I said, I can't tell you who to vote for, but we need somebody who gonna put in that work. I need somebody who ain't just all smiles and appearances and stuff like that. Somebody who gonna put in that work. You know what I'm saying? Just put in that work. And I know they wanted her to be like more warmer. She ain't finna kiss no ass. I can tell you that now. She's not. she's going to put in that work. I know a lot of people don't like her, but we need somebody, her, and then Biden. This happened. He chose her for that. We need somebody who's going to put in work. And sometimes, like I said, you have to be a bitch in business. Politics, too. Like, it without losing yourself, of course. But, like, Condoleezza Rice, a lot of people didn't like her. But she got the work done in the Bush administration. Feel me? Like, she put in that work. She played her role and position to try to help, you know what I'm saying? Like, and looking back at it now, his era versus this particular era of presidency, like, literally, that, you're kind of appreciative of what came before that. And then we got Obama, and then we got this particular president, and you're kind of appreciative of the presidents before this one. And like I said, like, his time, like, he really was not supposed to be in office. Like I said, business is more so his thing versus politics. Everybody's not meant to play the part in politics like this. And there's a reason for it, and we're looking at it this year of 2020, if that makes sense. So we need somebody. I can't tell you who to vote for, but we voting for Biden. Yes, we are. We're voting for Biden and Camilla, okay? That's who we're voting for. Just nod and agree. We're voting for Biden and Camilla. We need change. We need to stop. Once he, and those children are still in what is it, ICE facility or something like that, right? Once he did that, that really turned people off. And then the stuff that happened in 2020 really sealed the deal, I think, for a lot of people, even people who voted for him. Like I said, business-wise, he should stick to business and certain stuff like that. But this right here ain't for everybody. We need somebody who know. And at least Biden was VP already, right? Biden was VP. Biden was already vice president and stuff, so he has experience, and also on top of some other stuff. Camilla has always been in politics and offices and different stuff like this. Like I said, we don't need somebody who's warm. She needs to be a little bit warmer, you know? No, this is politics. They're inheriting crap. Like, do you not understand? We need her to be a little warmer. We need her to do this and that. No, we need somebody who's about their work, who's really about her political visions and stuff like that. Come on now. Who know how to play the game and play a game and play it well. And even though it's not a game, but it's considered a game. Politics is considered a game. We need somebody to put in at work, honestly, who's for the people. We need him to put in the work. America cannot have one more bullcrap president. We can't have no more of that. We just can't. We will not survive another horrible presidency. We are going to erupt into something and tear it up. The world, we are already in Revelations. Let me repeat that. We in Revelation. We don't need to be deeper in Revelation before time of Revelation, if that makes sense. The final chapters and sectors of Revelation. But we need somebody who's going to put in that work. You know, like for the people. The people really need a good president right now. We need somebody. We need not even that. The Senate, Congress, all that needs to be changed out. And I do feel like all of that is changing out. But the fact that they want her to be warmer. She's a politician. She doesn't need to be warmer. She needs to put in her work, what she's doing. This is not like a game. It's not a game. They've turned it into a game. It ain't a game. Because literally people have died this year. There are people who are hungry. There are people who, you know, don't have jobs. They don't have anything. They're losing things literally by the second, by the day. Okay? There's people suffering. There's, like I said, 9,000 people are newly evicted this month. This month alone, 9,000. They don't have money for rent. They don't have money for food. They don't have money for food. There's no clean water. There's nothing. They have children. They probably have parents they have to take care of. X, Y, Z, so on and so forth, right? You're messing with people right now. And this is not the year or the era. Mind you, this is 2020. Camilla already tough. Like, Camilla got the game sold up. Like, I need people to understand that part. You know what I'm saying? And I followed her political career here and there for like a nice chunk of time, like the last couple of years, probably the last 5 years. She is tough, actually. She is tough. Believe it or not, she is. It's only because she is a woman and a woman of some form of minority. It's kind of like they already have this thing etched out in their mind about her, if that makes sense. Any woman in politics, period, they go through the same thing. They go through the same thing, honey. Trust me, she got it. She got it, and by her, especially when he wins the presidency, hopefully there's no cheating this time. When he wins the presidency, and she actually gets, Biden and Camilla actually gets to show what they can do. See, a lot of people ain't gonna let you prove yourself, especially like I said, and that's another message for the divine feminine and masculine. People ain't gonna let you, or even just the chosen ones on the divine path, they ain't gonna believe it until you put in that work. You know what I'm saying? People took me as a joke in 2017, 2018, right? Took me as a joke. And then all my premonitions, like now also I'm going to make this point too, my premonitions. There's like 2-3 different readers, they're having these dreams. Same premonitions I had 2 years ago, I got laughed at. Also like manifesting. I used to talk about you can manifest things with your words. You can manifest things with your thoughts. You can manifest certain blessings and stuff into your life energetically, right? And just different stuff. Be cautious sending me. Let me know before you send photos and stuff like that. I really don't like that because people they can send bad energy to you through photos and stuff like that, right? Be cautious with it. Like what is the photo of? Well, anyway, just to wrap up something before I forget it. People made a joke out of it. Premonition dreams. Oh, you're not spiritually gifted. Oh, that's just a coincidence. All that type of stuff. And I actually end up debunking all that stuff because I ended up predicting some stuff for some people and they were just blown away. And it's kind of like, damn, she was right. You can manifest. Like, no. Literally what you think and feel and all that type of stuff collectively can manifest some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally, I've done it. Like, I've done it. Whether it's just healing, whether it could be money. A lot of people focus more so on the financial part of it. It's more than just manifesting financial abundance and prosperity, right? Yes, you can do that, but manifesting, breaking curses over your family, like generational curses, and really manifesting good omens for the day, like I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to have, just a peace of mind. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be just different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can manifest different stuff. A lot of people like to deal with the material stuff because we're stuck in the 3D. But also just manifesting loving energy over yourself. Healing, rejuvenated, just different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like, far as when it comes to politics, we can't have another fucked up presidency. We just can't. I'm just going to tell you that now. We are one bad presidency away from total destruction in the U.S. And I don't like thinking negative like that, but like we just can't. After this last couple eras of presidencies, of course each presidency inherits some it's always something catastrophic in each presidency, but what we just experienced, we can't afford it. We need somebody who's gonna fight for the people, all people, the rights of everybody, no matter what race, color, creed, or sexual orientation. Or some different stuff like that, right? We kind of need that. We need that. We need somebody who's finna put in this work to help rebuild this country. People who gonna put in that work in Congress, the Senates, and different stuff like that. I was actually waiting for you, Mel, to pop back up so we can talk about that issue because I went through that too. That's why I asked you, did somebody send you something to you? So when people send black magic, especially to women, even with men, they have erectile issues, and then women, you do get 2 periods. When people were sending me black magic, I had periods twice a month. I would have periods twice a month. It was just, and that's irregular for me. And they can't control your period and stuff like that. That's why you need to do a lot of cleansing. Also drinking herbal roots and teas and stuff like that. That happened. That's why I asked if somebody send something to you. That's why I kind of picked that up from you. That was the first thing that came to me. Did somebody send something to you? So you need to be cautious, right? Also, like I said, if you've been having your phone hacked, you may be a TI targeted individual. So you kind of, like I said, need to start preparing to protect yourself. Changing passwords. Invest in a identity lock. Identity protection pin and stuff like that to just in case somebody hacks your account and takes stuff, information, numbers, whatever. It's more secure under this pin. Okay, I wish I would have known that when all the targeted individual stuff happened. And so I think I want to make a video to walk people through that. it's a lot of people who are under surveillance and stuff like that, and it's just only because you're going through your spiritual awakening or something like that, XYZ. That's why I'm making somebody send you something or something like that. Normally, if you're a TI, also, like I said, when you come into your divine feminine energy, 9 times out of 10, you are getting ready to meet your soulmate twin flame, or you already have, and then you're going through your spiritual awakening. So once that divine feminine energy starts kicking in, you're building up you're cleansing your chakras, and you're aligning yourself within of course, your 7 chakras and stuff. That's going to trigger some stuff, okay? Especially when you become spiritually heightened and awakened, you're automatically becoming a target. Whether you're a child, sometimes it can be your whole family that's a target, or even your gang stalkers. It's going to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's a target. Big brother, eyes on the sky have always been there. But this is a little different, okay? Like I said, I'm not afraid to talk about it, and you're going to experience some stuff, so you need to really start protecting you. And like things I've been ordering online from Amazon, that's the only packages I've been receiving. No, I'm talking about energetically, spiritually. Especially if your period, you get 2 periods. Now, you also have to know, of course, when the seasons start changing, your period's going to change too. So your rhythm. And then if you coming across new people, especially if there's a lot of females around you, whether you're at work or school, your periods are also going to start syncing up as well. So if more people can start getting their periods at the end of the month compared to you getting yours in the middle or mid of the month, it's going to start syncing up. So it's going to naturally change. Also, when you start balancing your body and stuff out, you're also connected to the universe as well. So the moon cycles. Check. That's why on the calendar I have it. Like I just started mine today, right? No, yesterday. I started mine yesterday. We got a new moon on the 2nd. We just had a moon last week. So normally, spring, summer, it's going to either be at the beginning of the month, and then towards fall and winter, it's going to switch. But when people were putting black magic on my womb in particular, they, believe it or not, girl, I've been through it. It's some sick stuff and sick people in this world. But yeah, my period would switch. I would get 2 periods. That's irregular for me. Very irregular. And I knew, okay, this is something else. It's something else. And I'm checking the moon phases. Also, am I stressed out? Am I going through any type of stress, anxiety, depression, anything like that? That can throw your body and your hormones off as well. Also, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking. Am I sleeping, having adequate sleep? So all these factors come into play. But I know for me, my body, out of 32 years, when it comes to certain stuff, I got my period when I was, 13, 14? I was kind of late. I think 13, 14, something like that. It was like, even back then, I had really irregular periods. So especially, also by you being a mom of 2, your body is it's a bitter roots, liquid bitter roots for women wellness. And ever since I took that whole bottle. I took it for about a month and a week or 2, something like that. Ever since then, my periods have been regular until they start casting the black magic spells on me. And that's when I started getting 2 periods a month, which is irregular. That's not normal for me. That's not normal. And also, like I said, around the equinox, the solstices, fall, spring, summer, fall, and winter solstices, or equinoxes, or whatever you want to call it, you'll notice your period will switch. It switch, but it's dependent on your personal rhythm, what's normal to you, what's not normal to you. Also, like I said, once I showed it before in a video. Once I drank that woman's wellness bitters, different roots and herbs and stuff like that, I have not had any issues, no problems, I barely get cramping since that, and that's just like detoxing your body. That's why I really, like I tell people, detox. If I eat something bad, normally I'm gonna, especially like if it's a couple days before my period, I'm gonna want something hot. I'm gonna want some type of something. Okay, something that's just hormonally, that's what I crave. Do I give myself that all the time? No. But 9 times out of 10, I like, if it's something hot, I like Takis or something hot. Something like, put my mouth on fire, some habanero or something, just something. But I like the chili lime, that type of stuff. And then I want something sweet or something this. Like I said, I had a drink yesterday, and I don't drink drinks like that. But I wanted one because it was sweet. It was made with, apparently, was it Canada Dry? Makes it with some real ginger now, because that stuff burn. It was burning my throat, boo. I was like, there's some ginger or something in there. Either a whole lot of acid or a whole lot of ginger. But either way, it burned like the dickens. And it's kind of like, what I would, like I said, male, I'm going to work on something. Like I said, I don't know whether you can get this. I still have the bottle. I'm going to send you the picture of it. I drank that, and it's good for all of that. Just your female body, like your thyroid. It does everything. When I say everything, it detoxes just your, the lymph nodes and all this just different stuff. It detoxes your body. You have to take maybe a little small shot of it. It's very nasty, but it's natural. It works. It's Women Wellness Bitters. And I had one of them. I took it. I didn't have cramps. Because it's draining all this stuff that's maybe blocked in there. Even though I like I said, I don't eat meat. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not engaging in anything I shouldn't be engaging in sexually or whatever, XYZ. So there's nothing interfering with my womb, if that makes sense. It's literally the black magic that they sent to me. That's the only thing that has affected my period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my body. I know the rhythm. I know when I'm being spiritually attacked, the symptoms and stuff like that. So you kind of, like I said, it can be anybody sending you even just bad negative thought patterns and stuff like that as well. So you have to be cautious with this. So you have to just, like I said, keep a calendar. Mark the moon phases. I have the moon, new moon, full moon, and also eclipses. Eclipses, cosmic storms, and different stuff. I mark it on the calendar, right? You say, how do I deal with that? I mean, you're a woman, you're a chick. I have they got a special hole. Like, you got a hole down there. Like, it's a womb. It's, so it's another portal. You deal with it. Like I said, I'm having children. I would rather go through all the cramping and bleeding and all this different phases for those babies. Like, they're coming. Like I said, I'm getting married. I'm having children. I'm going to have a beautiful, abundant, wealthy, healthy life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want. That's what God wants for me, first of all. He wants it for me. My ancestors want it for me. I'm not putting in this work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather go through the cramping and all that type of stuff just, you know what I'm saying, for my husband and children. Like it's worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying? But also all this other stuff, it comes with the spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? That's what a divine feminine, she's all that. She's a warrior, she's strong, she's beautiful, she's courageous, she's all these things. She's not perfect, and she knows she's not perfect. She's not trying to be perfect, but she's literally trying to be her higher self. And that's what a divine feminine is. Also divine masculine, same way. But whatever, you resonate with. But, a divine feminine. Like, you know what I'm saying? That we go through. We know, like, look, we going to go through this. I'm a warrior. I'm supposed to go through this because of my divine path journey, XYZ, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Also, even with the holistic stuff, we know, okay, well, I got to make sure I'm taking care of my womb. I'm taking care of my heart. I'm taking care of my mind. Even when you're under attack, you know how to take care of yourself. You know how to heal yourself. That comes with your journey. Everything's going to be individualized for every person. Okay? And I got this whole spread out here, and we just spent the first half of the video talking about politics and everything else. But just to go over through this before I get into the other cards, most likely I may have to do another one. That little timer may pop up soon. But okay, you have creativity, right? So creativity, and then you have minds matters here. Also root chakra. First three cards, pay attention to the number 3. Okay? Okay, so with creativity and mind matters and root chakra here, with root chakra, you're needing to ground yourself. So having creative ideas and stuff, or coming up with creative ideas, especially with mind matters, this is maybe something that you're currently doing at this time to ground yourself, or you're grounding yourself through any type of creative thinking, creative ideas, thought patterns, just creative things, period. Using those things that are caught up in your mind to be creative or to help you create things to ground yourself. Right? Like I said, a lot of new beginnings are starting, a lot of new journeys. Also, under creativity is lucky you. So with lucky you here, right? With lucky you here, what you're creating right now. And also, number 5, throat chakra, what you're speaking. So what you're thinking and what you're speaking, you're creating things. You know, you speak these things into existence. You know what I'm saying? You are also getting in touch with the root chakra. When you ground yourself, under root chakra is humanity. So you're grounding yourself to kind of, not adapt. What would be the word I'm looking for? You're grounding yourself to humble yourself. To also embrace the people around you, especially the good people and things around you. Speaking those things into existence. Also, like you're, with humanity being here, mankind, beings, energies, just everything. I personally group everything together. The video keeps pausing. I'm not getting any lag over here. I don't know whether it's your connection. Also, Mel, when I did your reading on Zoom, did the video save to yours? Because you got a spirit in your house that talked to me through the mic. It shouldn't. Hold on, wait a second. Let me see if this thing... Okay, we're back. I cut the Wi-Fi off. It mess up sometime, and then sometimes it can be spirits or energies coming and interfering as well. Anytime I'm sharing anything very passionately, that energy is going to come through that phone like that. Also, with the humanity card being here, humbling yourself, also embracing just people. Like I said, when you're grounding yourself, you're able to help people. So by you doing all of this, you're actually going to end up helping a lot of people. Having humility. There's a little child or somebody of a young youth. There's in your. It said hello, hello. I was like, okay, I know her son. The house was empty. It said it twice. The first time was clear as day, and then again later on. That's why I was like, the video didn't save. I figured it was going to do that. I was like, okay, I'm having spiritual contact. I bet you this video ain't going to save, and it didn't. But there is a child in your house. There's a young child in your house, and I'm getting goosebumps talking about that. There's a child in your house. It's a spirit. Like I said, spirits come to you. Period. Well, maybe because my daughter was upstairs. She was upstairs, no, but this, like, I honestly, it sounded like a little boy. But she was sleeping. Yeah, like, it was like a young child. It sounded like a little boy. Like I said, we have spiritual children that come around us too. Just children spirits that come around us. I know I have a lot of them that come around. Also, believe it or not, your future children can come around you. And just children energy period. They're normally, they cling to people who are maternal or mothers or so, just something like that. So they cling to you. But I heard it twice saying hello. I said, oh, Mel got a spirit. There's a baby in your house. I said, a little kid. A lot of them are harmless. If they like you and like your energy, they're coming. Children come around me all the time. Especially when I'm sleeping, they just be talking. Hello, hello. I'm like laying in bed. I'm like, okay, there's a child ghost talking to me. Okay, I said, at first when it first happened, I said, am I crazy? Like what? Like I was just literally dead sleep, and I can hear this little kid talking to me. But they come around, especially if you have children in the house. They're gonna come around. If their children are empathic or anything like that, they're gonna naturally come around. Like I said, normally that also is a sign that the angels are in the house as well. Anytime those children spirits are there, the angels are there as well. And it's normally really good energy throughout the whole house. So they come, like literally, honey, they come through the mirror or whatever, portals open, whatever. Mirrors are portals too. It's not just TVs and phones and technology devices. Also, TVs, unplug your TVs. Also, I noticed, I was talking at the altar to my ancestors and stuff like that, just coming up with just different memories and stuff like that. Have you ever noticed when there's a power outage and your power's out for more than an hour, and then it cuts back on, the energy is completely different? So unplug your TVs and stuff like that sometimes. Literally, it's always dark in this house, but we cut the lights out here. Just cut the lights out. I was at 3 a.m. like almost every night, well morning. Okay, the timer started. I'm coming right back, Mel.